Young Greg Doyle, a left footer, now in the side, comes into the studio. Welcome to the show, Greg. A fellow left footer, you had 4 goals yesterday. Are you enjoying playing with an exciting team at the moment, although only 2 games in?
Well, it's only early, but certainly off to a better start than what we did last year. Last year we lost 4 games in a row, and we sort of set ourselves to start the season well, win the first 2 games and go into the bye and sort of just reassess things from there.
Tell us a little bit about Neil Balme. When I was at Richmond with Kevin Bartlett, he stole my car. He ran over Kevin's dog. He used to take a niner into the Botanical Gardens for Sunday morning training, and now the man has turned a side that was struggling last year into the world beaters early.
I think last year we struggled to come to grips with Balme's change of tactics pretty much with how we played previously with John Northey, but this year we've sat down and we've sort of worked out how we want to play, and everyone's adjusted and everyone knows what their role is, and he's got everyone...
Okay, Bob.
The beginning of the game when you're in the ruck and Jim's up in the pocket, is that a... well, it's obviously a pre-arranged plan, but who devised that?
Well, it's just something the week before we just thought it might throw Geelong out a little bit, probably expecting Steins to start in the ruck, and we just thought we'd start that way and we continue this way. So, I mean, there's no set plan that I'm going to start there or Jimmy's going to start. It's sort of just whatever we think is the best for the situation.
Now, it's interesting that you started your career with St Kilda back in 1990, played 2 league games, 2 last year, so only 4 games in, what, nearly 4 years. What happened in between?
When I left St Kilda, I just sort of lost the motivation a little bit. I'd been there for a while, and you sort of really have to make the commitment as the game's so professional now, and I sort of wasn't ready for it, so I just thought I'd take my chances, go back, played in the VFA where I really enjoyed my footy, and when I came back I sort of really decided that I was going to have a real good crack at it.
Greg, have Melbourne finally accepted what we've known for a long time, that most ruckmen have very little influence in the middle of the ground tap out? So you're only 190 centimetres, 6'4". Now, I've watched you against Madden and taller ruckmen. It appears your job really is just to neutralise the other ruckman, let the ball hit the ground where your strong on-ball players can take it away. Would that be a fair comment?
I think so. I mean, you have to assess it. If you are getting on top of your opponent, obviously you will try and get the ball to your on-ballers if you can get your hand on it. But
how often do you think that happens during a game?
Probably a couple of times a quarter, maybe, centre bounces. But obviously, if your opponent is giving you some problems, the best option is to bring the ball just in close to the ground and take it from there.
Start again from there.
That's
now,
right.
You rest down there on the forward line, if you call it a rest at times. Now, playing alongside Alan Jakovic, does he order you around? Does he tell you to get out and give him space? Or
No, I mean, we're both starting back right in the goal square, and obviously he's at his best when he's leading for the ball and whatever, so obviously that's his option, but there's no set plan that we don't lead. I mean, the bit more options there is, the easier it is for him as well. And no, I think it's just taken a little time for him to adjust to having someone down there as well, but it's started to work out. We've been doing it for a few weeks.
Has he taught you the high fives over the fence yet?
No, I think I'll just leave that to him for the moment.
You go for a nice position with the handball all the time. You get look ready for the handball from him.
No, his job's to kick goals, so I mean, obviously he's pretty keen to kick them, but he looked for a couple of guys yesterday with the handballs, and hopefully if he can kick
looked at them, yeah.
Now, Greg, Melbourne are one of the clubs to lead the way in training in daylight hours. I think 3 o'clock is the starting time on a Tuesday, right, and you play the game in the daylight. Is everyone fitting in, or even those with jobs?
Yeah, well, we spoke about it a long time beforehand and made sure it was right with everyone, because there was no point doing it if 1 or 2 blokes couldn't make it. It had to be a thing throughout the whole group, so everyone sort of made the effort to organise it, and so far it's going very well.
Terrific, mate. Well, there's a couple of Easter eggs as the budget's just about running out. I don't think I'll get any for myself and my dog, Missy.
Thanks very much, Rex.
But Greg, lovely to see you, and all the best for Melbourne for the rest of the year. Greg Doyle, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's check the votes for last Sunday's rounds. OK, Melbourne and Geelong. Sean White, his job on Gary Ablett was magnificent. Gary Lyon, 5 goals from the half-forward line, and Jacko, wasn't he magnificent last week and again yesterday? Could have been well and truly out in front.